Salford spring one of the season's biggest surprises. Hull are riding high against the City Reds, who are aiming to claim a first win at home since last July. Let's check on the way the two teams lined up first of all. The City Reds had Fitzpatrick at full-back, then it was Broughton, Henry, Tallow and Tyra, Holdsworth and Smith. The forwards, Cashmere, Alker the skipper and Boyle, Sidlow, Adamson and Swain, and the substitutes bench occupied by Gibson, Parker, Littler and Jewett. The coach, Sean McRae. For the Black and Whites of Hull riding high, it's Tansey at full-back, then it's young Reece Lynn making his Super League debut at 17, Whiting, Yeeman and Briscoe, Turner and Long, who is the captain. The forwards, O'Mealy, Berrigan and Radford, Manu, Tickle and Fitzgibbon. And on the bench for the Black and Whites, Dowes, Luaki, Houghton and Moa. The coach, Richard Agar. It's going to be Salford who will get us underway here at the start of this match, and it's a vital game, Steve-O, for the City Reds.
Certainly is, and their coach Sean McRae says that they've trained very well indeed. They realise they've got to get into the faces of this whole outfit, have shown some real class so far in Super League this year. Interesting to watch out the clash between the two halfbacks, Sean Long and Matty Smith. That'll be a key area for both sides, looking for a vital 2 points in the Super League table.
This is Lee Radford, who's driven it in on the third tackle for the Black and Whites, and Fitzgibbon just managed to hang on to that. No, he didn't manage to hang on to it. It's a knock-on by Craig Fitzgibbon, although he's claiming the ball was knocked out of his hands.
Yeah, I think you might have a little bit of a... It was a pretty good hit, though, from Malcolm Alker. The one good thing... It was a shocking pass, and in fact, looking at the replay, it may have been a touch forward, but tried to just kid the official, James Child, having none of it. The Reds have a golden chance.
They have, and this is Adam Sidlow. This is his first start of 2010, been sub in the last 5 matches. Malcolm Alker, the Salford skipper, and Luke Adamson now will drive it forward, trying to go past Jordan Turner, the number 19 in the Black and Whites, who has moved to East Yorkshire from Salford during the close season. Good movement here from Salford. That is Daniel Holdsworth, and the City Reds are within 5 metres of the Black and Whites line. And that's Ryan Boyle, the man who's been brought to Salford from the Castleford Tigers. That's a penalty because there's messing around on the floor.
I'll be surprised if they take the 2. They'll tap this one. I'm sure Alker will go for it, and he has done.
Here is Luke Swain trying to put the pressure on the Hull line early. O'Mealy is there on his back to bring him down with Danny Tickle, who gave the penalty away. Alker gets it away to Matty Smith. Matty Smith, oh, it's an awful pass. It's gone behind everybody, but Fitzpatrick has it for the Salford City Reds. He wasn't tackled, and so he gives it to Henry. The referee shouted play on. And he will play it to Stephen Tyra. Ball comes infield, and Hull with a big job to do again here.
You could see the tackle was not completed. They were hoping that perhaps they may gain a penalty. Voluntary tackle, very rare you see one of those.
Good defensive stint here from the Black and White so far. Alker switches the direction of the attack. Another poor pass. Boyle again drives it forward for the City Reds. That's the last one. They're right underneath the Hull posts here. Alker and Holdsworth, a short pass and a chance and a try. A try for Salford in their first attack. I think it's Sidlow, isn't it? And Sean McRae's men have come out of the traps really quickly here. And Sidlow, the man with the shaved head, on this his first start of the year, been sub in the last 5. 16 appearances for Salford in 2008, including a Northern Rail Cup final appearance. And the former Widnes and Workington man has given the Salford City Reds the perfect start here against Hull.
They got the penalty right in front of the sticks. It was obvious that Malcolm Alker, the Salford skipper, was not going to go for the easy 2 points, and it has paid off. And what an effort from Sidlow. It looked as though he was tackled short, but watch him reach out here. This is unbelievable. Ball carrying arm did not touch the deck under the attention of Sean Long, and a smile all over the man's face, and rightly so. That was a wonderful effort. It's such a big danger for anybody to reach out. Maybe injuring the shoulder, but he got it.
Holdsworth to try and add the extras, which he does.
Go! Quicker out, Luke!
Long attacking the line, gives it to Jordan Turner. Gap for Turner. Was quickly closed down by Holdsworth.
Great tackle by the Sandoff.
Tanzi pushes it back to Manu. Manu thought about releasing the pass under pressure.
Did well to hang on to it.
It's long again. Here is Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon then to Radford. That's the last tackle, but this time they're 7-8 metres away from the Salford line. Berrigan to Long, looking for a repeat set of 6. Oh, it's bounced back to Long. Now then, here's the first decision of the evening for video referee Steve Ganson to see how on earth that ball has eventually found its way back into Sean Long's hands after he put the little kick in.
Well, the experience from Sean Long, he knows if he put the ball onto the floor, it can go anywhere, though I don't think that was an intended kick. I think that was a miss-hit. Does he actually hit it? He does, just at the vital moment. Ricochets off Holdsworth and bounces straight back into the hands of the man that started it all. And this, my friends, will be TRY.
Does Long have both feet behind Fitzgibbon when Fitzgibbon kicks the ball back? Off his knee, I suppose.
Well, it's difficult to say whether it's Fitzgibbon or whether it came off Daniel Holdsworth. Either way, I think this will be given.
Has Sean Long got the try? Yes, he has. It's only his third try of the season, and he broke his jaw here last year. He got 3 tries on this ground, not for Richard Agar and Hull, but for St Helens in 1999 in a 30-12 win. And the former Great Britain and England international Sean Long has come up with the first try for the black and whites. They're back in the match.
I think this was an error. I think he wanted to boot it right into the in-goal area, and it just drifted to the outside of his boot. Just watch. It just dinked straight away. It turns out to be good, but I think that is a miscue. But he's got the black. Doesn't get 7, only gets 4.
Tickle to add the extras. This should be academic for this fellow from that range, and it is. It's 6 apiece.
Ball, go.
Well, that's a shocking pass there.
It was from Fitzgibbon.
Well, the experienced Australian will not be happy with that. He's had a great season, though, so far. Quite a lot of people out on the East Coast. They feel he's in contention already for the Man of Steel. That won't help his cause.
2, move!
There he is, Craig Fitzgibbon. He hit the post at Wrexham with a conversion. It would have given Hull the draw there. They lost against the Crusaders. That's a good ball wide. Here is Stephen Tyra. And the kick is an invitation for Fitzpatrick to chase. Oh, it's lost by Reece Lynn. It's a try for Salford. I think Fitzpatrick's got it. He has. Reece Lynn came back to cover, and he just lost it on the bounce, and Fitzpatrick following up. The Irish international, he's come up with his 3rd try of the year. I'm not going to say it was gifted by Reece Lynn, but it was certainly helped by the youngster. It was a great kick at pace by Tyra on the wing, and you have to credit Fitzpatrick because he simply didn't give up the chase. Salford back in front, courtesy of Carl Fitzpatrick. His 60th career try coming in the only win so far at Harlequins. And Fitzpatrick has restored Salford's advantage.
All came about by the header from the experienced Fitzgibbon. Get them in a position, and on the second occasion they caught them on that left side on the defence. That really was wonderful work there by the winger Stephen Tyra. And he got a feel a little bit for Reece Lynn. He'd come over from the right wing, which all good wingers should come and do and try to, but he just could not take it in. And the fullback Carl Fitzpatrick says we'll take the lead yet again.
Can Holdsworth add the extras for the 2nd time? Yes, he can. Salford lead 12 points to 6. here at the Willows. It's Turner, and Turner gives it to Tickle, who was grounded on the last, but they're just 6-7 metres away from the line. They'll be looking for a repeat set of 6 or better. Long with a kick towards the in-goal area, and it's claimed out of the air, and a try for Kirk Yeaman. One-handed, he picked that up out of the air, Yeaman. It's his 5th try of the season, Kirk Yeaman. He has been without a try for the last 2 matches. Tries in 3 in a row earlier on in the season, but blank the last 2 weeks. And 3 tries in his first ever appearance here at the Willows, way back in July 2004. And Kirk Yeaman comes up with a timely try again for Hull.
And again, high tackle, swinging arm from Luke Swain. Gets the black and whites into a good position, but this was ever so simple, wasn't it? It was as though it was in slow motion. He comes right off from the wing. Watch Tyra go in. That should never have been his ball. It should have been left to Mark Henry. And Tyra came away, and it was a gift in the end. Take nothing away from Yeaman. He reached back one-handed, but no pressure applied to Sean Long. He had all the time in the world. It wasn't the best pass to him to start with, but yet he could pinpoint the accuracy, shove it into the corner, and I'm afraid Salford, again, silly penalties have allowed the black and whites back into this game.
Yes, Hull are making hay while the sun shines here. That's a try on the back of a 4th consecutive penalty that Salford have conceded.
Well, you almost have to try and charge down this kicker to put him off, Eddie, because it just seems like he never misses, Brian.
No, he's dead-eye Dick. He's got a lot to his game, and having a goal-kicking second rower with the accuracy of Danny Tickle is a real big bonus.
Do you think if he ran out and charged it down, it would put him off?
I know what you're hinting at, Phil. I did that once on this ground.
He's missed that conversion, though. Between you, the two of you have just hexed him out of that. And Salford, they maintain the lead, but only just. It's 12-10.
Go. Junior off.
Marco Mealy, offside against the Salford City Reds. Another penalty against Salford. That's the 5th that Hull have received.
You know, Salford are doing really well here, Eddie. To be in front of the match, when you consider Hull have had twice as many chances to attack. Possession inside your opposition's half, something that coaches talk about. Hull have had plenty of it, but Salford's still in front.
Yes, and Salford have had so many chances. I'm reminded of the match we did the other Saturday, Castleford and Hull Kingston Rovers. Castleford had so much possession, they had so many chances, and it came back to bite them in the end.
It's the old story, Eddie. You have to take them. When opportunity knocks, make sure you make a loud bang.
Well, it's knocking here for Hull, because that's Craig Fitzgibbon again, and it's on the 3rd tackle, so they've got plenty of time, plenty of opportunity here. Long, short pass, Turner on his return, and Jordan Turner touches down, and there is a possibility of obstruction.
Possibility?
He certainly steps right behind the dummy runner. That is quite clear.
Steve Ganson's the video referee, gentlemen.
Well, he takes him completely out on the first two, and then he runs across him. This is no way in the world can it be given. You could have Tom Thumb, Mickey Mouse as the video referee, I don't care. Surely this is not going to be given. Yeaman comes right across. This first obstruction on the first time,
and then keep your eye on number 15, Stuart Littler here now, look. Hits collision with Yeaman, ends up on his backside.
This is no try.
Wasn't that just a dodgy decision from Stuart Littler?
Well, he didn't intend to run into Kirk Yeaman when he was trying to get to the man with the ball.
Well, Steve Ganson is the video referee, not us. And he says the try is disallowed, and it's a penalty kick to Salford.
Move! Hold! Go!
Here is Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon goes down on the 2nd tackle. Houghton in at dummy half. Looking at the options both ways, gives it to Long, short ball then to Luaki. Oh, he's a difficult character to stop this fellow.
Held up.
Well, the referee wants Steve Ganson to check out, but Luaki thinks he has scored the try.
Well, it's a wonderful effort, I must say, by the big second rower. Talk about upper body strength. Try to get it down.
Yes, Luaki gets the try. And Salford, they've had equal share of the possession, they've had equal share of just about everything. Sean McRae's and Richard Agar, the two coaches, on their way across the pitch in a moment, but Epelhami Luaki, remember, if you cast your mind back to the first weekend of Super League when we saw Hull in the fog at St Helens, he caused havoc then for Saints, and he has here for Salford.
Should have been put down. Every Red supporter knows it. Every Salford player knows it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't stop him. That is a wonderful solo effort. But I'm not so sure there was a little knock on there. But I'm not the video referee. Mr. Ganson has given it.
And Tickle will add the extras. And from 12-10 down as we approach half-time, Hull have hit the front 16-12 to the black and whites. He'd be furious, Sean McRae, because his men have, well, they've done well against this talented Hull team, but they really have been, well, they've been authors of their own downfall, really.